Light of Orion, Anonymous Blazer, and Nova himself.
And will Anonymous be able to pull it out first?
Yeah, will Anonymous
will he be sweating at the palms like, oh my gosh, I gotta get this.
Oh my god, I don't know. You know what? You know this is a huge match too. We have a bunch of the old school in the life players facing off. So this is, oh man, this is gonna be so hype right now. I can't even. Bags can't even hashtag CRL.
Now, who's your favorite matchup to see right here? Like, if you had to pick two people, one person from each team, who would you want to see?
That's so hard. Okay, Light of Orion versus Pompeyo.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, is that what you're gonna say? That I think that would be so good. I don't know if that'll end up happening because they don't know the matchups as much, but that would be the play of the grudges, basically. I mean, that would be a crazy matchup.
Or Trainer Chris versus Anonymous would be really good as well.
Like, yeah, definitely. Trainer Chris versus Anon. Literally, it doesn't matter who plays. They're all gonna be really hyped games. This is one of those ones that's really hard to call out. And yeah, we gotta get the clan hype. We gotta get the Nova, the Alpha eSports hype in the chat. You guys show some love for your clans, and give us some love on Twitter. Give us some love. You know, shout us out. Let people know that this is happening right now, because I'm sure there's a bunch of people that don't even know two of the biggest clans are about to go head to freaking head in tournament standards where you can't even argue that trophies matter, because it's all skill today, baby. And this
first
is
matchup great. Going on its way right now.
Light versus Isa. Isa also really strong player. Minor hog band, which means we can see giants, we can see pumps, we even see a Sparky. I don't know. Musketeer in the back? Ooh, a trifecta or gifecta? Can we be jumping into a gifecta? Yeah. It's proven strong. In fact, I've played it and it's been really good in tournament level. There's the giant for Isa. The minions kind of played in front of his I
think it was done purposely because
he got the trade value off of it, and he got hits on tower. Wow. I like how his Musketeer did not target the guards. That was crazy, and they hit tower and he got damage off.
Mini P.E.K.K.A to counter the giant, but Mini P.E.K.K.A also coming in here going to be able to counter his Mini P.E.K.K.A.
Yeah, I think it's going to shut it down, and that's such a strong push coming in. Wow! The freaking Musketeer targeted the Mini P.E.K.K.A and not the giant. What a great counter by Orion. That little inch. That was insane. Yeah, it didn't even touch the giant. That was crazy.
That's high-level gameplay you don't usually see.
Yeah, that's
stuff you don't
small
see.
Stuff.
Like,
or
I
like Ryu.
I would have known. If I would have placed my Musketeer there, I would have known. I would have thought it was going to tell her the giant, honestly.
Exactly. Just like Ryu's hog pull on the other Mini P.E.K.K.A, where it pulled the Mini P.E.K.K.A and it didn't even get tower damage, and that was crazy. Those kind of plays are insane. And that poison, we didn't even talk about that, but Isa had a really strong poison there. He was trying to get the tower damage, he was trying to get the push, and even though he didn't get it, he shut down all the troops for 4. So,
you know what they counters
he's gonna come ahead.
I think Giant Poison gets countered by Giant Sparky.
Giant Poison does get countered by Giant Sparky, especially if it's two.
Oh, Mini P.E.K.K.A is gonna get a hit off. It's gonna get another hit.
2 hits?
2 hits?
Wow, 2 hits for the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Valkyrie does so much work. It's shutting down the Ice Wizard and doing tower damage there. And they're both pumping up, so because Giant and Pump is allowed, we're gonna see it all. We're gonna see it all the matches.
But the thing is,
Isa's really putting it away.
If Orion's running Giant, he hasn't shown it.
There it is. Okay, right as you say, right on cue. Speak of the devil. There's the Giant, and it's smart of him. He has to play Giant on the right-hand side. He's got to defend that tower. In fact, I would argue it's kind of weird that Isa went the left-hand side.
He went the left-hand side because he can poison the right one and then zap it.
Okay, that makes sense. If it really comes down to it, then he can go to it. Poison on the left-hand side is really strong. Inferno tower shutting down that Giant, doesn't even do anything, and now his left side push looks a lot stronger.
But that's what we talked about last time. When Giant is not banned, Inferno is probably the best card to put in your deck.
Oh, definitely. Hands down the best card to put in your deck, especially if your deck's low cost and you can play well, you can play it effectively. Isa just shut down 2 Giants. Double Giant shutdown with 1 Inferno. That's
ridiculous.
You can't get better value than that. And he's up the pumps. He's giving him the GG. All he has to do, he doesn't even go for the zap, just poisons for game.
Well played.
And Alpha takes round 1. Woo! Alpha takes round 1 of the series. Yo, at the end of the day, one of these clans is walking away undefeated, and the other is not. Yes. This is literally, the rival match. Both clans talk so much crap, and it's all out of love. It's all out of good sports, good sportsmanship, and they've been saying it like this is the series to watch. Nova, in fact, Nova said that they were gonna take down Alpha in their the pictures. What are those? The infographics. They're the first thing they said was we're gunning for Alpha. So.
Let's see if it happens. I mean,
yeah, we're about to find out. It's crazy.
I mean, there's a lot of teams that said they're gonna take out things that didn't happen yet. So,
and in fact, I would arguably like to see some different decks because we know Giant. The 2 stars this series are gonna be the Giant and the Pump. That's hands down what we're gonna see every matchup. So I would love to see something weird in there like Sparky, like. Oh man, Giant Skeleton! Oh my god, and
Giant Skeleton will shut down that whole push. Almost.
It would though. It would have Giant Skeleton. It would have died, but it would have shut down the Valk and the Mini P.E.K.K.A. and it would have got great damage on the Giant. So like what? It's one of those things that like we want to see those off cards, and I think those off cards will win games.
Patrick versus Bright Light.
Bright Light coming in for his team versus Patrick C of Nova. Do they both start with Pump? Do they both have the Pump?
Is there gonna be another?
Bright Light has the Pump. Patrick did not start with Pump.
Interesting. Already coming up with a Giant.
And he doesn't have Miner. He needs which is fine. If the other opponent starts with Pump and they start playing stuff on that right-hand side, just save your poison. Like I said, you're still gonna get full value out of the poison, and you can even get some troops. So, poison the Giant Musketeer on the right-hand side. Kind of weird. He's gonna take out the Musketeer. I guess that's what he's going for. That's basically take out the main damage, and there comes out the Mini P.E.K.K.A.
Yep.
It might have even been cycling for it. Unfortunately, Patrick plays a bad poison and doesn't get the Pump too. I'm not sure what he was thinking there.
Oh, and the Princess is just getting free hits on the tower.
Oh yeah, the Princess is doing mad work over there on the left-hand side.
Causing him to play a Valkyrie to defend a Princess? Ugh.
That always hurts me. Anytime you have to do that in a Giant deck, especially when you don't have anything to push that Valkyrie because he already used his Musketeer.
And he's running the Trifecta too.
There it is, yeah. We've seen all the cards. Giant, Musketeer, and Valkyrie. Princess on the right-hand side is... It looks like we're gonna have a repeat. Princess just doing poke damage. Bright Light is up so much elixir. Going for that left-hand side with the Giant. It's really cool to see him dropping Giant all the way in the back. Not in the left, not in the right, but like literally in as far back as you can drop that Giant. He's trying to get max value out of his pumps.
Just letting that Princess sit there hitting his tower. What?
And I feel like Patrick has nothing to deal with it, and now he's feeling the pain. He needed to play that Musketeer a lot sooner and closer to the middle. He could have taken out the Princess and still...
And he zaps him, stops his goblins.
Woo! Oh my god. Zap on the goblins. Look at the damage that Princess got.
Half of the health.
Wow. Freaking 1,000 damage from that Princess on the right-hand side, all because Patrick chose to leave it, and that's really painful.
Oh, man.
Really painful. And he even got damage on the left-hand side from his push. Bright Light is just looking... He's at such a strong position
Especially
right now.
going up against a Giant poison deck, like... That Giant's almost guaranteed to get at least one hit on the tower, right? And the poison's gonna do at least like around like 300.
Yeah, you're getting around 300 and the Giant hits. So the Mini P.E.K.K.A.'s really like the MVP in both decks. Like who's gonna play their Mini P.E.K.K.A. better to really and zaps to stop the Giant before it even gets the tower. Like he didn't even stop. Bright Light wasn't even able to stop the Giant there, and he arguably played like really good counters.
And then he's just been letting Patrick's just been letting the Princess hit his tower this whole match. And you're like, you're playing against a Giant poison deck, letting that Princess get that chip damage.
Oh, you can't. You can't do that. Yeah.
It's just no.
Thankfully, it's been split. So the split, which it could end up being in the favor if this goes into overtime, because it looks like it very well could. Very strong push coming in on the left-hand side from both players. Zap again, and that Princess is going to do so much work on the right-hand side.
Forced to zap the Princess out like no help. Drops another Princess.
And that means they're at least going to shut down the Giant on the left-hand side. Another Princess there gets some poke damage in. He needed the Valkyrie. Bright Light needed his Valkyrie there to do work. Mini P.E.K.K.A. makes it to the tower. That's a hit. Oh, man. Valkyrie doesn't quite make it.
To take this tower out. Mini P.E.K.K.A. just going to run the tower here. Does he even answer for it? Drops a Valkyrie.
Poison Zap will take the tower out. Bright Light is now regretting the split push he made.
Oh, but Giant!
I don't think Giant's ever going to be able to touch tower, but it's not going to matter because Poison Zap is going to put it away. Both players looking to make a play here.
Poison dropped down. Oh, this
there
is
we go.
no,
No,
Zap's not gonna do
96.
it.
It's not in Zap, but that giant will.
Oh,
And the giant takes it. Woo! Patrick taking one for Nova. So freaking close. And now we are 1-1. Also, I just got confirmation that we got the winner of the t-shirt contest. And the winner is Clash with Frank. Yo!
Hype.
Give him some hype. Yeah. That was so close. That was so close. Bright Light, man, he had the advantage the whole time. Literally the whole time. And unfortunately, the split push just... that was his biggest problem. He needed it on the left-hand side. He kept going for the right-hand side.
Even with the princess damage, he still ended up pulling him winning.
I feel like Bright Light thought it was going into overtime. He's like, okay, the 2 left towers are done. I'm going to win because by default for having so much damage on the right side tower. But then he couldn't put the left side tower away.
That's crazy, though.
Yeah, that was an insane close match, and that evens up the series.
You don't
now.
see somebody win after letting that much damage from a princess go in the tower.
Yeah, well, man, he was just in the zone. He didn't let it phase him, and he really came back. So, dude, that was crazy. He gets knocked down, but he gets up again. No one ever gonna keep Patrick down. That was good. That was really good.
He's in his zone.
Wow. Okay, so we're going into we're gonna be going into the third match. We're 1-1.
It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, it's literally like we've seen great gameplay. We hit 2 matches in, and we've already seen some of the highest level gameplay. All basically this whole day, besides some of that Ryu match.
It reminded me of well, last week it was 2-0 Crucible up on Nova, right?
Yeah, Crucible was leading Nova 2-0. Nova came back and won it. So Nova's known for finishing strong.
It's still the same compatible high level gameplay. You've seen those 2 teams at the same time. So it's gonna come down to that. I think again, it's gonna come down to that last match.
I could see it. I could see it happening.
Ooh,
here we go. Anonymous versus Pompeyo.
Interesting.
Okay. Anonymous says he's a big boy. He can handle the heat. Let's see it go. It's actually okay. So I think starting Giant instead of Pump is like a really good start, especially if you have the poison in your deck. So are we gonna see the poison? Are we gonna see the Pump? I'm not sure.
Ooh.
Really interesting for Pompeyo to have the
bomber
and that Goblin Barrel. Oh, that Goblin Barrel play could have been so good. He did he did stop the
Giant. The Giant didn't even get a hit on the tower.
The zap. So.
Yeah.
Pompeyo's running a very sort of low-cost deck, and we haven't seen Giant in his deck
2
yet.
elixir pumps down already, dang.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. His cycle deck is so fast.
That Bomber mini pack encounter for the Giant stopped it from even getting to the tower. That's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, that Bomber low-key does so much damage. It's just not as strong of a card, but in this context where, you know, you're playing against something like Giant, getting a lot of damage is really important, and especially for 3, that's like really good. The Bomber hits the freaking Giant and the mini P.E.K.K.A. What a great tech choice by Pompeyo.
Look at that, spreading his troops out, making sure none of them can get hit with the same spell.
Yeah, double Giant. Wow, Pompeyo got an extremely strong push on the right-hand side. Anonymous is feeling the pain. You know, I really wanted to see Anonymous's Goblin Barrel do more work. Look at this push on the right-hand side.
Kobe
Bomber, that tower is gone. Kobe Bomber in the back. Hashtag Kobe Bomber. Oh my god, yes. That was so good. Kobe Bomber in the back making plays.
Look at this Bomber.
This could be a 3 crown. Oh my goodness.
It's gonna get another hit off. Like, that's ridiculous.
The value he got out of that Bomber, it shut down the Giant, it shut down the mini P.E.K.K.A., it took the tower, and then even got a hit on Crown Tower. What? What? That was insane. And Pompeyo is not letting up, man. He is taking advantage of his pumps early on, keeps the pressure on, keeps putting in work.
Look how long the Bomber can stay alive inside the poison.
That's absolutely crazy.
That's ridiculous. Like,
look at the damage Pompeyo was already done to Crown Tower with 45 seconds left. He's saying, Anonymous, I'm not even going to let you touch my tower. Anonymous needs to bait out the zap and get the Goblin this pushed at work. If he can bait, if the zap is there, oh, no zap, and he's going to get really good damage. That's the play he needed to make the first time. He needed that play the first time so he could have got 2 hits of that. I don't know if this is going in overtime. It looks like it's going to be a 3 crown for Pompeyo. Double Kobe.
Kobe's in the house.
Double Kobe, and that is match. Oh man, Pompeyo with the 3 crown.
That's good. That makes me want to play Bomber in one of my decks now.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it? You know what's crazy though? I guarantee a bunch of people are gonna go put Bomber in their deck, and it's not gonna work for them because it's not one of those cards that you can just put in and it's gonna work. That was an extremely smart tech choice.
Let's go now. Let's go look at his deck here. So we had skeletons, musketeer, obviously pump and giant, poison, zap, and instead of running a Valkyrie in there for like the giant factor deck,
he ran a bomber,
which is the same kind of splash damage you want, but it's a 3-point splash damage.
Well, yeah, bomber does like 200 damage at tournament level and splash damage for 3. That's absolutely insane. That is like one of the best tech choices you could have chosen. I didn't even think about that going into this. We didn't even talk about it.
No.
And we saw it do some of the most work ever. That's beyond high level there, right? He saw the bans, he knew what decks were coming, and he played such a great card. And he played it so well. That was so good. Such a strong thing. And you know what? It was unfortunate because Anonymous had arguably a smart tech choice too, like the Goblin Barrel. If he could have baited the Zap, the tower's taking your giant. You know Giant's almost always getting the tower, or you would think, because you wouldn't expect the bomber. And then you have the Goblin Barrel to just do all your DPS. That could have been a quick tower for Anonymous. That game could have easily went the other way. Unfortunately, he didn't bait out the Zap ahead of time, and that just cost him the game.
In that matchup, nobody was running a defensive building too, and you know you're going to run against a giant deck.
Right? No Infernos, no defense. They were going straight for the kill. Very cool deck choices. Very cool match. That was crazy. Well, now we're 2-1. We're going into the 4th match. Alpha eSports is leading the series. Nova's looking to take that next match and bring it to the finals, but if Alpha can put it away here, they can really say we're the undefeated clan, we're the big boy clan. Let's jump into this match. We got Pollux versus WillWin. This is going to be a great matchup. Extremely strong players on both sides.
Yeah, really strong players on both sides. Let's see what kind of decks they're running. Obviously, it's probably going to be another giant decks. But
Valkyrie in the back, Pump in the back. Have you Nova has, there we go. I was like, Nova has not started Pump all series. That's like really unfortunate hands for them.
But he had to drop a Valkyrie to cycle
to cycle for it. That's so unfortunate. And that the Musketeer for that is the right choice. Oh, nice. Valkyrie even got a hit off. Wow.
Princess next to the Pump. That's just baiting a poison.
You're just baiting the poison. You're baiting
Inferno. There we go.
Oh, but it was almost worth it because now the Inferno's gonna do max damage, and Princess even got a hit off on that.
Why would you
zap the zap? I am not sure. I felt like he should have just taken the loss, you know, got the one hit off the Musketeer and let the Inferno burn out, right? You don't need to waste your zap there. Save that. Especially because now, where's your zap poison now? That's, oh, wow.
Oh,
really strong by Pollux. Great lure. WillWin not getting flustered. Great lure for that minion horde. That could have been a tower.
Oh my gosh, that definitely would have been a tower if he did not pull that minion horde with that with the Valkyrie.
The Valkyrie, but look at how much elixir. Yeah, he's at a disadvantage now. And yeah, there comes the Inferno Valkyrie. Great counter, man. There goes the giant, and Light of Pollux is looking to make a strong counter push.
He can't zap that anymore.
No, it's dead now. He's got to save it for the barrel.
Yeah, he's got to save it for the barrel or the minion horde, one of the two.
Yeah, either way he looks at it, it sucks. And he's really, in fact, he really has to get the minion horde with the poison so he can save the zap for the goblin barrel.
Yeah.
Great choices by Light Pollux. I'm loving that deck. You can't
poison the princess anymore. You have to save that poison for the minion horde. You have to save the zap for the goblin barrel. You have to save you have to save your skeletons for the princess.
Yeah, it feels like Light Pollux is really getting in his mind, which is what you have to do when you're playing that goblin barrel, right?
Yeah.
It's really much a mind game card.
Giant skeleton!
Oh, there it is! Goblin barrel, giant skeleton coming in from Light Pollux, shutting down that really strong push on the left-hand side.
Giant does get the tower.
Giant does make a tower with decent health, but Mini Peck is there, so it's only going to get 3 hits off. Yeah, 3 hits off, and now he's got a giant skeleton Mini Peck or Valkyrie push coming.
Giant skeleton does die here.
Wow. Oh man, the giant skeleton died not exactly when you wanted it to die. The goblins though are gonna do really good damage.
With the giant skeleton,
and they're trading about even. They're trading about even. That giant skeleton, man. Light Pollux. Congrats on your deck. I love your deck. Much better giant skeleton play there. He can arguably shut down the Valk and Musketeer.
He does end up zapping
and he's gonna get an 8 for 6.
Oh,
it doesn't shut down the Valk. Good to know. But the towers will.
Valkyrie on Valkyrie with Musketeer there as well.
Yeah, WillWin really taking advantage of his pumps there, but because he used
there's
the poison for the minion horde. Minion horde is going to get the damage it needs to get though, and if he can stop this giant, it looks like Light Pollux is going to have a strong push coming.
Zap.
No, the zap, great zap there, lets the giant get a lot of hits off.
Full health giant skeleton though.
Oh, and it's coming in hot. It's already at bridge. Here we go. WillWin has proven all game he's really good at luring. Oh, the zap for the Goblin Barrel. Nice, and he forced out another zap.
Yes, it does take out the Musketeer with that bomb explosion.
Unfortunately, it didn't hit the belt, but he did take cannon too. And it gets past the poison. It gets past the poison, so he has to lure it.
Goblin Barrel
coming back to do damage. The zap.
Oh, Zap takes it out.
The zap was too early. He zapped that tower a little bit too early, especially because it would have retargeted the barrels if he did that. And you don't want it to retarget the Goblin Barrel.
The thing that kind of puts him behind in this moment, because he was dropping that giant skeleton to take on the giant when he should have been dropping the Inferno still.
Yeah, exactly. He should have got more value out of the giant skeleton. WillWin just cycled way too fast for those zaps, and it looks like WillWin's gonna take it with poison, and that's gonna be 3 for Alpha.
Wow.
Dang, that was insane. Yo, shout out to Light Pollux though.
But we saw
hype on that deck. We saw the giant skeleton. And I thought Light was really gonna pull it out. That was so strong. He started so strong. But WillWin, he was so good at those pulls. Did you see how good he was at pulling the giant skeleton, pulling the minion horde, not needing to use his poison against the minion horde, or sort of the other troops. So
do you think that he played the giant skeleton? Because we were asking for the giant skeleton today.
I don't know, but if he did, he's one of my new favorite people. That was so cool. That was such a good
giant skeleton. The Goblin Barrel used to be really strong. Especially like if you can throw him off with it, it's a really strong deck.
Oh yeah, I feel like if Light Pollux would have got the value out of a giant skeleton, it would have been an easy game for him. He was already in the lead.
He should have been using his Inferno, obviously, to still pull the giant, right? And then once the giant was dead, drop the giant skeleton in the front to do a counter push with the Goblin Barrel.
I think that's what he was going for, but he never got him at the right rotation. Well, I feel like what he should have done is save that giant skeleton until the kill. He was already winning, right? And then he switched his rotation and ended up losing because of it. If he would have just kept his current rotation, kept doing poke damage till say the tower was maybe at 200, and then as soon as he's flustering Will, then drop the giant skeleton because you're already flustered. Then you see the giant skelly, you're thinking WTF, like what's going on? And that's the kind of plays that could have really put the game away for him. But
yeah,
either way, that was awesome to see.
I still feel like the giant skeleton isn't really in meta because of the fact it doesn't have enough health, or the thing is you don't want to give it more health though because you want it to explode. The
problem was the bomb. I feel like the bomb needed to take out Valk. If he would have got 8 for 6, then it would have been a great trade.
Or they should just make the giant skeleton go straight for defense buildings.
I could see that too as a defense card. We got Arcturus Light versus Trainer Chris. Nova's battling for points now. Alpha Esports will remain the undefeated clan. Nova, if they need to pick up enough points to be ahead of Crucible Rat. Because Crucible 4-1, right? They're gonna come into the next match really strong. Yeah. So if Nova doesn't really want to get thrown from their top spot, and Nova was arguably in the top spot for a very long time because they were known to be good. Crucible was really the underdog. So if they don't pick up the points here against Alpha, then I can see them dropping down.
Expo.
Bowler Expo by Alpha Esports coming in here, and it immediately targets the tower, getting so much damage. Full Expo, full bowler. Wow.
See, like that's what I say with the bowler right there. It should stop the Princess Charge.
The pushback is what you're saying.
Yeah.
If the pushback stopped the Princess Charge, the bowler would be such a stronger card. Trainer Chris didn't even need it here. Did not even need it here. He got 2,000 damage out of that Expo bowler push.
And if his last card's like a rocket or something, he's a safe zone.
Yo, Boom from Clash Wars has got to be so hyped right now. This is the same kind of deck that he likes to play, and I love to see someone else playing it. Trainer Chris coming in hot.
Oh, it's Elixir Pump, so he only has one spell and it's a zap, so he does have to get more damage on the tower. That could cost him.
Yeah, it was sort of weird. It was sort of a weird play there. But maybe he used it to cycle. You never know. This X-Bowler deck is so weird. It's such a weird off-meta deck. And it works so well at tournament level.
Well, because Bowler
maybe he just needed to get back into his rotation.
The way the giant poison deck works is you drop a lot of the small units with the giant and do a big push with the poison, right?
Exactly.
Well, the Bowler kind of shuts that down. It pushes everything back. It stops you from ever getting your units to the tower.
Well, especially with giant, because you're gonna hit everything behind it. The push through or the hit behind is so good. He shut down that Prince. Prince didn't even make it to tower. Unfortunately, he didn't have anything. Yeah, he didn't have the mini P.E.K.K.A to stop the giant, so he took a lot of damage.
Drops the Expo.
He's looking to put away this tower. Great Giant right there. Giant Guards is a really, really good counter. The Princess was a great sort of stop play by Trina Chris, but the Mini P.E.K.K.A was already gone, so that Giant is going to do a lot of work here. Arcturus Light really getting into his zone, looking like he's going to take this tower.
And the Prince is just going to go straight after the guard. Oh, it gets him the guard. Doesn't go after the bullet.
Yeah, really good placement of guards there. It's going to keep that bullet alive.
Drop a giant
and
again.
Here we go. Now we're looking. Oh, there we go. He needs to deal with the Giant, right? If he wants that Expo to target tower, if he wants to put this away, he needs to keep his Mini P.E.K.K.A alive.
Right here, though,
it's going, yeah, 5 seconds left. That could be tower if he shuts down the Musketeer. The Zap makes it retarget. He is going to get the tower here with the Expo, and it is over.
The way that it actually worked on that push is because the bullet kept on pushing the guards away from the Mini P.E.K.K.A, so the Mini P.E.K.K.A can hit the Giant.
So that, yeah,
Once the Mini P.E.K.K.A took the Giant out, it was game over.
So basically...